Hello YouTube. If this video gets out today, which I'm pretty sure it will, I see no reason why it won't at the moment, then it will be the first time I've ever got 2 videos out in 2 days on YouTube. So hopefully that is a good thing, and they are worthwhile putting out. Going to be a bit more of a kind of vloggy style again today. Take you through what I'm doing today, some photographing, show some stock I picked up which was lost from the footage the other day, just a few other bits and pieces. Obviously got some sales to pick, got some eBay sales, got some Vinted sales, so I'll pick those, show you what's going out the door, package them up, and yeah, just whatever else crops up throughout the day. But I'm going to get stuck into some photographs now. I'll show you my process for photographing things that aren't clothes, because it's a very different process, to be honest. It ends the same in that I end up putting all of those images onto my laptop and processing them all from there. But in terms of how I take them, where I take them, what I use to take them, it is all a little bit different. So yeah, let's have a little look at that. So this is the process inside the garage for anything that isn't clothing. And when I say anything, I mean anything, providing it fits inside here, of course. If it's that chair, then that's not being photographed in here. But cameras, footwear, homewares, games, hats, anything you could possibly think of, it gets photographed in this photo box. Now, I don't know why more people don't use these, because I've had this now for a number of years and I've never looked back. You know, I used lots of different things in the beginning, all kinds of stuff, but when I see people with massive light setups and things, I just think, wow, it takes up so much space. And actually, this probably produces the best light and photo you can get, because once you get in here, because you've got the reflective sides, you know, this takes some really cracking photos. You've got the LED strips at the top. I mean, this is quite old. This is probably pushing 5-6 years old now. I think the more modern ones have probably slightly better strip lights as well than this, but it's really good. I've actually ordered a couple more sheets of these because this has seen better days. It's got some kind of cuts and scratches and marks where it's been used, with all kinds of stuff in there over the years. But this is what I use, so everything gets put in here. I've got a couple of camcorders to photograph. You may remember some of these. I'm pretty sure they appeared in the videos, but I picked up this Canon one, and then this is a Sony one, I believe. The Sony one is just not working. I can't get it to do anything, even with, it has the plug and the kind of plug-in batteries. It didn't come with any batteries, but even plugging this in, this all lights up and works, but the camera's dead. This is fully working. The batteries won't take any charge, so I'll sell it with the batteries, but obviously make it clear that the batteries don't work. But when plugged into this with the battery power thing into it, all works. There's a tape in there. There is some, it's pretty standard footage of just the outside of a house, so I'm not too fussed about sending it with that footage on. If it was family stuff, I tend to not send that, obviously. But yeah, that is what I'm going to photograph now. So let me get this set up how I would do in here to take a photograph, and I'll show you what we do. And there it is. So all set up in the white box, and then I'll take a photo of that with this camera. It's a Nikon D3300. I've had this from new probably, I don't know, 6-7 years maybe. Certainly had it a little while now. I actually did buy it to have it as a bit of a family camera as well, and you know, take bits. I had a couple of other lenses on it, but I've since sold the lenses. I just kept the kit lens, the 18-55mm zoom, and it's just pretty much my work camera. I bought it at the same kind of time that phone cameras, you know, became very high standard, that it seemed silly lugging this around to take family photos when you had a very powerful camera in the palm of your hand with your phone. So it just became a bit of a work camera, and I've never really changed the way I do it. So I will do this now. Let's see if I can get this in shot of me doing this. Take a little snap, and there it is. So wait for that to go back. There's the picture. It will need to obviously be slightly edited. Like I say, I edit the main photo on the laptop, and if I've done that by the time I do this video, I will insert it right about here. You can just see my finger coming in. There you go. I'll pop it up. But yeah, it takes extremely good photos, well lit, and like I say, that will be the only photo that needs editing, because the other photos I will take, like close up like that one, and of the other bits here, and just of the batteries and of the bag, you know, none of those need editing because they're just close-up pictures of that. I'll take a few more close-up pictures of the camera itself, plug it in, show it working, and jobs are good. And it really does not take too long, and it takes very, very high quality photos. Now, I'm someone that really highly regards quality of photographs in a listing. Arguably the most important thing, because you're seeing it, you're looking at it, and eBay over the years have given you the ability to put more and more photos in. They can even let you add a video in now, which is very helpful for items that need to be powered on or shown working. That's something that is, you know, I thought was a very nice addition, and I have used that many times. But I definitely hold photographs in higher regard than the description, because 9 times out of 10 buyers don't really read the description. You open up some items and the description is huge, but for me, I keep my descriptions very simple, just literally, you know, good condition, you know, some light scratches, whatever. So in regards to the camera, it would be, you know, camera fully working and tested, light scratches around from use and age, everything in picture is what is included in the sale, something along those lines. And then obviously taking loads of pictures to show the item working, to show it the condition it's in, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, you won't receive any issues. Obviously you're always going to get some buyers that are going to have issue with things, but you probably wouldn't have been able to help that regardless of how many photographs and how much you put in a description. So yeah, I'm going to do a few more photos today. So what have we got? I've picked out, I'm going to do this lamp, get that tested, make sure it's working, see what we're going to list that for. Finally get rid of this because it's a bit big and bulky. You want to get that. So 1, 2, 3. I might pick a few more. I've tidied it slightly over there with the shoes, but I might pick another couple. I still haven't listed these Aladdin flasks, so I'm going to do 1, 2 of those. I'm going to get rid of that camera. I'm going to sell the plug and the power adapter thing, but that's going in the boot sale pile, being a bit ruthless. So that is what I'm going to sell from it. That seems to sell for about £10 to £15, so that gets me back my money and then some, because I think that was only a £5 of that camera. Yeah, I'm going to pick, I was going to list these couple of caps. Look, I don't know if you will have seen this before, but he is the man that I'll tell you my cap photographs on. So I was looking for something to put caps on for photos, and I was looking for something for quite a while, to be honest. And you know, people go for those polystyrene heads. It does sit on there with a little, there you go, with a little jiggle around. People use the polystyrene heads and things, but I was in B&M, I think it was, and they had this on sale for like 4 or 5 quid or something. It's ages ago now, and I thought, you know what, that is perfect for my caps. So here's what I use to take photographs of my caps now, which yeah, works pretty nicely, looks pretty fun, stands out a little bit. So a few more photos and get them listed. I did manage to list 22 items in total yesterday, which is pretty nice. I want to be listing around that amount at least daily at the moment to catch up with the kind of backlog. But yes, it's been a while since I've been consistently listing. So again, everything at the moment, I had a holiday, so I know I didn't mention that in yesterday's video, I did in the previous, but if you don't know, I went on holiday for a couple of weeks. I was slowing down up to it, and then obviously coming back was just catching up with bits and pieces, the packaging of all the things that were sold when I was away, which is why things have built up a bit, and why this week is just a bit of a let's get back on a good path, because I've got to catch up with all of this backlog. Because if we look at my listings here, so this was yesterday, 11th of June, I listed the 22 items, but then we get down a bit further, so 10th of June I listed a few things, then is the 4th of June, then the 3rd of June, just one a day, and then back to 20th of May and the 18th of May. So, you know, we are far behind where we want to be. You know, we're pushing almost 3 weeks that I wasn't listing for, which obviously affects it. You know, you will never ever talk to anybody that uses eBay that doesn't say that consistent listing is something that you should aim to achieve. You know, obviously variable depending on how big your shop is and how much stock you source and how much you dedicate to reselling. But as a full-time eBay seller, you should be wanting to do consistent listings. It's a balancing act, because you don't want to be consistently listing rubbish stock. You need to be listing quality items, and I do strongly believe that quality items again outweighs the having to list as many, because if you're listing great things at great prices, then they're going to sell. And obviously I was selling within that 3 weeks. I was still selling things. I did put up a little reel of some of the things that sold on my holidays. I couldn't put it onto YouTube because YouTube Shorts only allows 60 seconds. So if you want to see that, head over to Instagram. There's a reel on there, or TikTok. The same reel is on there, just showing a few of the things that I sold whilst I was away. There was some nice sales in there, some pretty cool items. But yeah, I want to get back this week especially, like I say, sorting all of this out and getting back to consistent listing. Fingers crossed, a minimum of 20 a day on eBay. And then I am also cross-listing mostly clothing to Vinted. So I didn't even list any of those clothes that I took photos of yesterday. They're still all in the photo folder bank to get listed probably today, so they will more than likely be going up, as well as maybe some of this stuff as well. So I'm going to get cracking taking some of these photos now, and then I think we will head over to the unit because I've got some bits to pick there to package up some items. I've probably got some here as well, can't quite remember without looking again, but yeah, we'll get them, show you what I sold. So just popped over to the unit just to pick up a couple of orders that I had to get from here, and I've sorted this. So all the clothing is now gone, all by this one bag here. I need another tub ideally. The tubs are getting a bit full now. There is a bit of space in some of them, but I want to get a few more tubs anyway. But yeah, so they're all labelled up now. Everything's all labelled. Most of the clothes are away. Got a bit more space here. Like I said, want to sort out these chairs. Want to do a few things. Some of the bigger items I need to start shifting, but that's not going to be today. That's going to be a job for tomorrow. So I've picked a couple of orders from the needed picking from here. Let's get back in the garage and I'll show you what I'm sending out today. So we've got 3 sales on eBay and 2 sales on Vinted. Not fantastic. Like I did say before, you know, I've been away for a few weeks. I haven't been listing. The listing has died off. So naturally the sales have died off with it, and I need to get that train back on the tracks, as they say. Hence the listing goal this week of getting stuff sorted, photographing, getting stuff on there and selling it. We're getting this ball rolling again because we've got what, £45 worth of sales going out on eBay after fees. What, after fees and postage, 30 quid maybe, and £30 on Vinted, so £60. That is not enough. We are far off, but it was an expectation. I knew it was going to come. I've been on enough holidays from eBay now to know that you have to understand that period is going to be slower. Oh, what we got here? Message about something. Oh no, telling me my boxes are being delivered. Drop my phone. Yeah, it was the first time ever that I've been on a holiday in a payday period as such, and not been paid, because it's the first time I've ever not had an employed job, been away, and knowing that when you're there, payday comes, you're going to get a bit of a chunk go into your bank account. Obviously that didn't happen this time, but well prepared, knew it was coming, so you know, not stressed. I knew that was what was going to happen, and you know, you got to be prepared for these things. You can't just go on holiday and think, oh my god, what's going to happen when I get home? You know, like it's all fallen off. You need to know that that's the case. So yeah, 2 sales on Vinted. While I mentioned Vinted as well, just wanted to talk about Vinted today, and you know, what are people's thoughts on Vinted? How is it currently? What does the future hold for Vinted? Because there is no doubt that Vinted has taken certainly the clothing selling, I feel, by storm in the past, what, 12 months ish, maybe more, 12 to 18 months, let's say. But going back 4 or 5 years ago, certainly for me, clothes, it was just eBay. You know, you sold clothes on eBay. Yes, there was Depop. What else is there? You know, Vestiaire maybe for the higher end stuff, but in general eBay was a huge chunk of that, and Vinted has massively shook that up, like hugely. It's a great place to source, it's a great place to sell, it's a fantastically simple, easy to use app. Listing is seconds, buying is seconds, it's straightforward, you understand what you're paying, you understand what you're receiving. It's all very good. Great app, search function, brilliant. Versus eBay, where they've kind of gone in the opposite direction with the item specifics over the years, and people find the listing process maybe quite complicated if you're quite new to it. But yeah, Vinted is great. But I've had an incident recently in the past like week where I sent an item, like sold, I sent it, it went to a shop, and the individual went to pick it up, and if you've done this process, you normally have a barcode. For some reason they didn't have the barcode, or they couldn't find the barcode. They only had like the numerical code, which as far as I'm aware is enough, but this shop person said no, it's not enough. They contacted Yodel, who it was, and Yodel couldn't help. So basically the shop owner or shop person refused this person to pick up the parcel, so the parcel is still with the shop. They contacted me to say that and said, look, I can't pick it up. I said not to worry, you know, when it comes back we'll sort out things and we'll get it sent out, because they still want it. It was a bag for £25 or £20, one or the other. Anyway, I then got a message from Vinted to say this order has been cancelled, the buyer is being refunded. Like boom, instantly. It's like, oh, okay, because I haven't got my bag back, but fair enough, you're refunding the buyer. So I messaged Vinted just to say, just to let you know, I've got a message that you're refunding the buyer. I don't have the bag at the moment. And their response was, I mean, I'll pop it up in a screenshot, but it was effectively, it's probably in transit. Please wait 25 working days. And if it doesn't come back by then, contact us again. 25 working days, that's over a month that I've got to wait for this bag, which I sent, so you know that's value to me. I owned that bag. It's gone. The buyer's got their money back, and meanwhile I haven't got the money for the item and I haven't got my item. And it just worries me a little. It's worrying me, but unnerving about the future, because obviously if and when Vinted Pro comes, there'll be a lot more traffic on the app, a lot more transactions for people like me, because I don't put anywhere near the volume on Vinted that I would do if it was a proper, you know, set up for the likes of resellers. But yeah, it's just a little worrying, because will this bag come back? If it does, okay, you know, I then have to contact them, and you know, oh, I suppose I don't have to contact them, but if it doesn't come back, they're expecting me to contact them after 25 days, and you think it shouldn't really be, should it be my like responsibility to contact? If it was eBay, a returns process, all that kind of stuff, it's tracked, so eBay you can see along the way, but with Vinted there's no tracking for this item. Who knows where it is? And it's just my feeling that when third parties are involved, like a shop, for me I use a BP garage, you know, those guys in the BP garage have no link to Vinted, no link to Yodel, no link to me, no link to the buyer. It is a real independent third party that we are entrusting with our business effectively, because when it goes wrong, who is responsible for that parcel? It's suddenly on that shop person, when they've got all of the rest of the things they need to do in their job role, looking after the shop that they're in, their own customers, petrol if it's a petrol station, stock, all that kind of stuff. My parcel is probably not the highest on their priority, and now it's on them to get this back to me. So yeah, I'm not sure, and I do think I put this on my Instagram stories and got a lot of response, a huge amount, to be honest. I was quite surprised just how many people came back to say that they have had similar issues, like as in identical, that an item didn't get picked up, and a lot of them just said they never got the item back. So where are these items ending up? Probably at these car boot sales of people selling mystery parcels. But you know, it's just, yeah, a little worrying, and I do feel that needs to be ironed out, because if it all kicks off and Vinted Pro comes and volume floods to the app, these shops are going to be handling a lot more goods, and you know, these cases, maybe they're rarer now, they will only become more common. So I do feel that is an issue that maybe needs to be resolved. But I don't know if anyone else has had that issue, or if you're concerned about it going forward, but you know, certainly in the back of my mind. But anyway, what did I actually sell on Vinted? We sold this pair of Russell and Bromley loafers. I paid £6 for these, and they have sold for £25. This New Era cap has gone. Pretty good condition. It actually has a tag on there of $31.99, and it's gone for a £5. But I had it listed for so long and it just wasn't showing interest. Yeah, really good condition, but yeah, £5. I think someone's got a bargain there. They would have Vinted sale, so those two. And then over onto eBay, pair of Uggs, these being the Ugg Bailey button down boots. They have gone for $22.49. So they came as part of a the huge bundle I picked up from the lady. 3 Trolls plush. We have got Poppy in the middle, Branch here, and Cooper here. Trolls is quite a big film in our house, especially the latest one, Brozone, is that what, Pro, whatever it's called, where the brothers get together, create a band and all that jazz. But yeah, these 3 have gone for $14.99. They have actually been around for a long time, so pleased to see the space on the shelf they're going to give me. And lastly, a book here. I picked up, how many? I picked up 20 books for £4. They were 5 for £1 at the boot sale on Saturday. Part of the footage that I lost, so I haven't actually shown you these books that I picked up. But this one has gone already. Only listed it yesterday. Sold for $6.99. But yeah, there's some nice paperbacks in there. Hopefully, most of them will go, I would say, between maybe £5 to £10. A few of them weren't worth listing, which are these ones. So I have sorted these out. These are just going to go back to the boot sale, but I will probably maybe ask 50p each for these, or 3 for £1 or something, because they're half decent titles, just not really worth selling individually. I don't want to sell them if they're worth less than like a £5 listing price. So yeah, as I told you, not fantastic sales, not really much heading out. Won't take me long to package these, and then we will get cracking with listing, because I've taken all of that photos today, got those bags done, got the lamp done, got those Aladdin thermos style flasks done, good few bits done, lots of clothing from yesterday, all ready to list to go. So tonight be a good listing session. And again, I think I'm going to call it a day now. Shorter video, I think, I'm not sure, but yeah, a few little bits involved there. Yeah, let's see how it goes. I've done 2 in 2 days now, so we'll see if we can keep this up, see if it is worthwhile. I've got a couple of sourcing videos in the bank ready to go as well, so the more what feel natural to me videos to produce are coming out as well. Yeah, if you enjoy those ones, then they are coming soon. But thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like, really does help the video and the channel. And yeah, if you're not subscribed already, consider hitting that subscribe channel, because all I do on this channel will be related to reselling. So if you like that kind of stuff, then that is what you'll be seeing around here. But yeah, really appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the next one.